Hi there, I'm Matt with Rhino Tool, and today I'd like to go over why maintenance to your Rhino gas driver is a big deal. Notice when you bought your driver, it drove stakes or fence posts in the ground like nothing. Now it's taken that same post and that same ground several minutes, maybe 5 minutes. That should be a clue that your driver needs a service kit installed, which is new O-rings, some fresh grease. Rhino sells the service kits to all our distributors, which then goes out to our dealers. But go to a Rhino dealer and purchase a service kit for your driver. I've got a Multi-Pro sitting here on my bench in for service, along with, I want to point out, our service kits. Got our Multi-Pro service kit. It'll cover all of our Multi-Pro series drivers, from your standard Multi-Pro to your tent stake to your XA. And what's in it is grease, O-rings, and instructions. We've got one for our Fence Pro along with our Ranch Pro series drivers. That kit, less than $60, will save you $1,000 or more for you to have your Rhino driver serviced. By then it's usually too late. That's why it'll cost you at least $1,000 or more to do. But I want to point out what happens over time is the O-rings will wear flat on your piston, on your hammer, even on your anvil. You'll get grease leaking out around your anvil, which leaks out around your sleeve. You know, you get it out of your chuck, all over your post. I want to show you what a new O-ring looks like on here. It's kind of rounded out, if you can see that. That builds compression. This one that's worn flat will leak compression. Your driver will no longer work very good, if you can see the difference between them. Lack of maintenance, when you make the driver work, when those O-rings are worn flat, can cause damage. You look inside there, if you can see it, that cylinder is cracked about halfway up inside. It is also separated and pushed up inside. Lack of maintenance, making that driver work, will cause that kind of damage. You can also break your connecting rod. You can wear out this bushing here and break it up here. You can break your crank pin, break it off there at the threads. You can even break your hammer. This kit, $60, will save you a lot of money when it comes time to having to replace this and any internal parts that broke because you forced it to work. Your service kit will come with new O-rings for your anvil, your hammer, your piston, your buffer system, which is your inside your O-ring cup, along with your retainer, which goes inside your sleeve. It is a wearable part. It is pressed in. You have to use a press to press it back out. But this is the part that your anvil rides in, and it does wear out. So I recommend replacing this every couple of years also. But maintenance is key to making this thing work for years and years. I'd like to point out, using the correct grease. This has been run, you should have between 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 inch of grease stuck to the walls as it's been thrown around inside. If you have less than 1/8 of an inch of grease, you need to add a tablespoon of grease into your driver. If you have more than 1/4 inch of grease, you've got too much. So I just want to point that out. You'll have to scoop some out. If you got any other questions, feel free to reach out to me at Rhino Tool. Email me, service@rhinotool.com. I'd be glad to help you out, see what we can do for you. Thank you.